Alright, so right now I'm sitting inside my Thar Roxx and I'm facing a very peculiar issue with this car. I'll go to the details of what it is, but for now, first see the consoles. There are no lights whatsoever. Now, I'll put this car into neutral to show you what the issue is. So as you can see, the N there. Now, the 4x4 system in this car has malfunctioned. I'll show you how what it is doing. So first of all, to operate any 4x4 system, you have to put your car, if it is an automatic, in the neutral mode. So here we are in the neutral mode. Now I am going to put the car in 4-wheel high. For that, you just push this lever back like this. Now you see that 4-wheel symbol blinking there, which means that you have initiated a request, but this car is not in the 4x4 mode still. I can try to move the car. Sometimes just moving the car a little bit helps to engage 4x4. So let's try to do that. Okay, I could move the car front and maybe a little bit back, but it's still blinking. It's not working. Okay, let's try to put this into 4-wheel low then. For 4-wheel low, you have to press this lever down. You bring it into neutral. Right now we are into neutral with this gearbox as well as this gearbox. And now to put it in 4-wheel low, you just push it back. So this is a little hard to push. 4-wheel low light has also started blinking, right? Which means that the system is not in 4-wheel low. Now it could be either of two cases. Either the gears are not slotting into 4-wheel low, or the system is not able to recognize that it's in 4-wheel low. I suspect it's the latter. Why? I'll tell you that. So we are in the 4-wheel low. I'll put the car in drive, and you see the car immediately starts to move with a lot of torque, and this torque I know is coming from 4-wheel low system. This is not the regular torque of the two-wheel drive gear mechanism. So what I can tell you here is that the gears are working just fine. The car is getting into 4-wheel high, 4-wheel low. However, it's just the system which is not able to recognize that. Now, the issue with that is when I engage diff lock using this button, it shows an error. Operation not possible, shift to 4-wheel drive, while the system is already into 4-wheel drive. Okay, let's try the terrain modes. So I'll just push this button to get the terrain modes. Let's clear this out. Terrain modes, snow. Shift to 4-wheel high to engage explore mode. So it is not letting me use any of the terrain mode. It is not letting me to get into to engage def lock. That is because the system is not able to recognize when it is in 4-wheel drive mode. Now I'm just on my way to Mahindra service center to get this out sorted. I'll see how my first Mahindra experience is, but for now let's go to 2-wheel. So we are in the neutral. I'll just push it. This is extremely hard, so I have to speak with them if it is a normal feature or just some issue with this car. I'm in the neutral now. I'll press this lever to get into 4 high, and then just a little bit of whack there to get into 2-wheel drive normal mode. Drive, and here we go. So yes, I'm just on my way to the Mahindra service center. I'm going to Concept Automotive sector 37. It's about 12 minutes from where I am. I'll keep you guys updated on what the issue was, and if you face something similar, you'll know what to do. At this point, I would also like to mention that this is a brand new vehicle. It has done 1300 kilometers all on highway. I wasn't able to use the 4-wheel drive system until now much because I haven't gone for off-roading or anything like that. Just 1 or 2 instances where I engaged on a soft surface. By the way, you don't engage 4-wheel drive on a road. So in a ground somewhere like that where the ground is loose, I engaged 4-wheel drive mode just for fun, for checking how it is. And earlier it used to work fine but it required a little bit of force always. It was never a smooth operation getting into 4-wheel drive. This is my first four-wheel drive car, by the way. Before this I have experienced Hilux. Before this I have experienced other four-wheel drive cars which have, you know, a button kind of a system, so you don't really fight with the lever there. Mahindra has got this unique lever there that requires a little bit of fighting with it. So I wasn't really sure if it is a regular feature of, or you know, just my car misbehaving, or is it just taking some time to bed in. That happens with a lot of new vehicles. So I gave it a benefit of doubt when I purchased this vehicle, and here it is. It has now malfunctioned. Alright, so here is an update. First things first, what is the time right now? It is 6:53. It is 6:53 and I've just left from the Mahindra Concept Mahindra Service Center, which is situated in Sector 37, Gurgaon. Let's talk about the good news first. So the car is in neutral. I will put it into 4 high, and here it is. 4 high mode is engaged. Differential lock is engaged. Differential lock is disengaged. Let's see some of the modes. I'll go to the mud mode. Mud mode is activated. Normal mode is activated. So all in all, the terrain modes are working. Now let's check the 4-wheel low first. 4-wheel low, here it is blinking. ESP off, 4-wheel is activated now. 4-wheel low is activated. All the off-road stats are coming here. So the good news is that the 4-wheel drive system has been repaired. It was a combination of 2 problems. First of all, the switch that I was talking about earlier, turns out that wasn't the root cause issue. There's a motor situated inside, located inside the differential, which primarily engages the 4 high when you operate the lever here. So actually it uses, the Thar Roxx uses an electronic 4-wheel lock system. So the motor went bad. It was an expensive part. On top of that, it was located on top of the differential, so the entire gear assembly had to be lowered. It was a painful sight to see, you know, vehicle in that situation. It took me almost entire day. I was here 9:30 in the morning and it is 7 p.m. in the evening, but thankfully the car is working just fine. I hope it will continue to work like this. Overall, about the Mahindra experience, they were kind enough to help me. They were trying to, so initially I'll tell you, when I reached at 9:30 there were already 25 cars in the service center. These guys are extremely overworked. I won't, everybody was supportive, right from the service advisor to the mechanics who were working on the car. They were trying to troubleshoot the problem. They were trying to solve the problem. Some of the parts were not available in Sector 37, so they did a porter from a service center in Greater Noida to Gurgaon. That consumed a lot of time, but you know, this gesture of going above and beyond to help a customer was, I think, it won my heart. So overall, I would give 5 out of 5 stars to my service experience, at least this time. I'll keep my fingers crossed for what's coming ahead, but this is a fairly complicated vehicle. So in case you face any issues with your 4-wheel drive system, you know what to look for. Go to the service center, ask them to check the motor, ask them to check the switch. I'll just talk about one other incident. So while I was in the service center, as soon as they plugged out the sensor, there were a couple of lights on the dashboards, and I got really scared looking at that. Right from automatic cruise control to headlight leveling system, ABS, EBD, warning lights of all sorts were present on the console. So in gist, this is a fairly complicated vehicle. Do not try to go to outside workshop to get your things resolved, just because it takes a little bit of a time and effort to get things resolved at Mahindra. But don't risk going out to any other service center. All in all, yes, I'll head home now because I've been here full day, but all is well that ends well. So this was my first video for Thar Roxx. I'll keep you updated if I face any further problems. All the good things, all the bad things will come your way on this channel. Keep tuned.